Oh my gosh. Guys, you won't believe it. Today I'll be sharing with you one of the best books I have ever read. Drumroll please. Jeff Kinney's newest book, The Wrecking Ball. I love this book so much. It published yesterday, and that was actually when I received the book. Thank you so much, Abram Kids, for sending me this book. I loved it like crazy. I was so excited when I got this book. As soon as I got it, I was screaming. I took it to my room and started reading, and I finished this book in about like 1 hour. That's how much I loved it, and I was that excited. Anyway, I will be sharing with you guys some very cool and funny things that happened in this book, so stay tuned. And why wouldn't you guys? I bet you guys will not want to miss it, because why wouldn't you? Especially since it's about the wrecking ball. Welcome back, everyone. I'm so excited to share this book with you all. And again, thank you so much, Abrams Kids, for sending me this book. I loved it so much. And before I get onto this out of the world book, I just want to let you guys know I reviewed all the Diary of the Wimpy Kid books on my channel, so if you have not checked those videos out, then please do. And also, I love Diary of the Wimpy Kid books so much that the book review for Cabin Fever was the first video ever published on NPStation. And also, I did this other video where I shared all the books in the series that I had got for Christmas, so there are definitely a lot of videos that you should check out if you are a dork, if you are a Diary of the Wimpy Kid fan. Alright, so on to this wonderful book. As you all know, the main character of this book is Greg Heffley, and this book first starts off with Greg having a yard sale. Pretty normal. Well, then Greg definitely had a lot of stuff to get rid of, and you can't forget about Greg's trusty sidekick, Rowley Jefferson. So Greg goes ahead and calls Rowley, asks him to come over to the yard sale so he can be his theft prevention manager. So basically, Rowley's job would be to make sure that no one would steal anything from the yard sale. But he really didn't do that job correctly, because later on in the yard sale, Greg spots this random pickup truck, and this random dude in front of his house dumping all of his stuff that he had for the yard sale into that guy's pickup truck. And then, guess what Rowley's doing? Well, Rowley's over there sitting at his table playing with this game that Greg had for sale. And then Greg had to go over to that dude, and he told him, what do you think you're doing? And he's like, well, today we have to pick up the trash, so I thought all the stuff you left on the curb was trash. That was so funny, and to top that, it started to rain, like pouring rain. So then everyone had to run home, and then now Greg has to put all those items he had for sale alone back into his house. You guys might be thinking, where did Rowley go? Well, Rowley said he has to go back home and do something with his dad. So now, Greg puts all those items back into his house alone, but he actually manages to do it, but he does get all of his comic books soaking wet. So that was one of the really funny chapters that I wanted to share with you guys. And after that, Greg starts thinking of something really crazy. He starts thinking about what he wants to do in his future life. Well, he was thinking how he wants to build his house. And trust me, his plans are very, very big on how he wants to build his house. He said he wants to build an underground one. On the outside, it wouldn't attract any attention at all. But on the inside, it was crazy. He wanted a big bowling alley, a swimming pool, an ice skating rink. It was huge. If I had that house, I would be living my life. So that was one of the chapters I wanted that happened in this book. And in this book, he also shares a diagram of how his house would look like, and it was awesome. So another really funny chapter I wanted to share was it starts off really sad because Greg's aunt, she actually passes away, and they had to go to her funeral that day. So they go to the funeral, and when they go and see her grave, they found out they went to a totally different funeral. It's for a whole different person. So they were so mad with themselves. They went back to the actual, the right person's funeral, their actual aunt's funeral. And then by the time everyone was gone, they all went back home. So of course, Greg's family also went back home. And then Greg's mom explains to all of them that before their aunt passed away, she gave all their money to them. And now all the kids, meaning Greg, Roderick, and Manny, are jumping up and down because they're so excited that they have more money. Which is kind of disrespectful because, it's from their aunt who passed away. But after they settled down, they started blabbering ideas on what they could do with that extra money. And it was just crazy. And the mom was just disagreeing with all their crazy ideas. Well, then they asked the mom what she wants to do with the extra money. She says that she wants to add like an extra addition to their house. And everyone's like, okay, that's pretty cool. Because then Greg wanted an arcade to their house. And then Roderick wanted this new room for his band to practice the music. And then, of course, the mom wanted a bigger kitchen. And of course, she got what she wanted. So then the construction guys came that day and they started building the new addition. And from that day on, all of the Heffleys families, all their neighbors were getting so annoyed because there's their neighbor that actually takes the night shift. So he sleeps during the day, which is when all the chaotic stuff happens. So he's so annoyed that all the sound, because the drills and the hammers and all that. So then the next day, this house inspecting guy, he comes and inspects the house, and he says that the addition is 3 feet closer to their neighbor's house. Come on! So he says now they have to move the whole addition to closer to Greg's house. So while they're doing that, they have this big, huge pot full of wet cement. And that turned out to spill all over their neighbor's garden. So basically now, the flowers are all dead. And she got so mad, and now Greg's family was starting to get a doubt. Should they really build this new addition? Well then, Greg's mom came up with the craziest idea. She said that they should move to a different house. I'm like, what? Once I read that in the book, I'm like, guys, you're forgetting one thing. What about Rowley Jefferson? You can't just leave him there because Greg is really Rowley's only friend. It's really hard for Rowley to make new friends in middle school. So it's like they're leaving him stranded in the middle of nowhere. So that's what I was thinking. And then already, Greg's family, they're all checking out houses every night online. And all the houses are turning out pretty bad. But then there was this one house. It said the dream house. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. It was perfect for them. The next day, they went to check that house out, and it was amazing. It had a huge kitchen, which was perfect for Greg's mom, because that's what she wanted. And then it had huge bedrooms too. And then last but not least, it had a huge, big, humongous backyard swimming pool. And before that, actually, Roderick and Manny had already noticed the swimming pool. They were already in their bathing suits, swimming and having a blast in the pool. And they haven't even bought the house yet. So then, that was one of the chapters I really, really loved. And after that, actually, when they came back from the house, the next day when Rowley was going to school, he told Greg told Rowley something really bad, and he regretted it. It just came out. He said to Rowley that they were moving, and that's when the meltdown happened. Rowley started crying like crazy because, like I told you, he was so sad that he's gonna move, and then Greg's now making up excuses, saying, oh no, it's not official yet, and making up all those excuses. And Rowley does get over with it later on, And I really don't want to spoil the end of this book. It was amazing. I love this book overall, especially the illustrations. And it's really hard for me not to spoil the ending of this book. I loved it so much. So thank you again. Thank you so much, Jeff Kinney, for writing these books. I love them like crazy. I would definitely read this book many, many more times. And I'm already looking forward to your next book. So guys, I always say, please subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell. And once you do get this book, and you'll actually find them in Barnes & Nobles and even Costco. When you get the book, then just comment down below and tell me what your favorite part was. And please share this video with all your family and friends. Bye everyone, and see you soon back on NPStation.